Morning. New day, new possibilities. Let's go. So, started a bit early with the position. I believe it is a bit premeditated, but I have some good reasons. First of all, I would like to attack the Asian high. Second of all, I would like to attack this relative equal highs at 424. We are bullish on a daily. We have formed the low of the day most probably. We have inversion fair value gap which supported the price. We have a second and a third one right now supporting the price. We have relative equal highs here. We're filling the gap from yesterday. And this is a bullish breaker. So my intention is to catch it early. And once we trade above it and we close above it, I would like to add. And ultimately for the morning session until 10 o'clock, because we're going to have some news, I would like to attack 425. Now, I don't have any fair value gaps. Like my intention was actually to buy this fair value gap, but I kept a somehow looser stop loss because we have respected this fair value gap here as well. So the price is going higher. We respected some fair value gaps along the way, but my concern is higher time frame. Therefore, I'm going to be a bit loose with the stop loss. It's only 2 micros. And yeah, that's about it. I would like for the opening at 424. Hello, Ivan. Hello, everyone. So with that being said, that's my intention. It looks in an essence that we're buying the high of a range. And the only reason I say premeditated is because we still have this fair value gap here that looks suspicious. Obviously, it can be just a breakaway gap, but we don't know that yet until the move confirms. Therefore, if we're going to be stopped out, that's fine. We're still going to be bullish for the day. Your long 6 since 290. 290, that's early. 290. So basically you bought around here. We had turtle soup. Yeah, but see, my worry here is that I would have tried to buy this fair value gap, but it didn't hold. Yeah, the wick took the body stayed inside, but it's still a bit nasty. I would like more of a confirmation. Obviously, I was not in front of the screen for this one. I think this would have been a solid, but I'm now. And yeah, you have order block breaker. On the hourly, this is a week which is to be attacked. So yeah, I'm late to the party in that regard, because at the open the price can still come back here and still go higher. Yeah, let's see how the price is going to behave. Yeah, I'm bullish for the day. The intention is to take a partial at Asia high at 367 and ultimately attack 424. Ideally, I would like to open at 367, come back down, fill this gap, come back basically close to our entry point, and then attack 424 because we have relative equal highs on Nasdaq and ES. So yeah, let's see how that's gonna go. We have relative equal highs, which are also all-time highs, and there is a concern on ES because this is a breaking market structure. So if we manage to trade and close about 352, that's going to be cancelled, and it was just around for liquidity. But I'm deeply concerned about this move going to the highs, taking all this liquidity and coming back so abruptly. Can be the start of a bigger move, a bearish move. We still have a lot of liquidity left down here. So I'm keeping my mind open because there have been times when I was blinded by relative equal highs or relative equal lows, and I was missing the bigger pictures. These relative equal highs can be left for next week when we're gonna have NFP. That can happen too. But if we close a candle above 352, I mean like an hourly or 15-minute candle, the move to the downside will be cancelled. So I'm mindful of all these PD arrays. As I said before as well, it seems a bit premeditated, my buy. So let's see, let's wait for the open. I'm ready to be taken out, to be honest, at the open, if we're still inside this range and we're not higher. Ready for that. And if that's gonna happen, I'll wait for the price to come back inside this 5-minute fair value gap. And once we find displacement to the upside, we find a bullish breaker, fair value gap, and so forth, I'm gonna try my trade again. I'm just there are times when, as you noticed yesterday, most of the move happened from 8:45 to 9:45, close to 10. The most of the daily range was traded inside that small time frame. Therefore, there are weeks when this happens and it sticks for the rest of the week, or at least it sticks for the next 2-3 days. And it looks like it's something that might happen today as well. We're gonna take off before we even have a chance to look at the chart, type of deal. So that's my reasoning right now, because it looks like I'm buying the highs. Meanwhile, we formed already the low of the day. We traded on a daily inside this order block. Therefore, I expect another green day. With all that in mind, on the 4-hour basis, we're still respecting this fair value gap. Meanwhile, it's not ideal the way it looks. I'm very mindful of the fact that we're trading in the middle of the Asian range, which means might as well. This is a scenario that I'm thinking about. That's why I'm not extremely bullish. I mentioned before, we might just take this high and go lower, because this move has a lot of fair value gaps in it. So thinking about that as well. Let's see how we're gonna trade, because on an hourly basis, right now we're trading in a CB. A CB is a place to short, not to go long. With a higher time frame analysis, my narrative is bullish. We're gonna see if that's gonna be the case today. In this type of moves that I'm trying pre-market are more speculative, in order, due to the fact that the high risk reward is in my favor. I'm allowed to lose 1-2 trades like this, because my risk reward right now is like, I'm risking 60 for 343. So it's 1 to 5 my risk reward. Therefore, I'm allowed to try it. Obviously, I'm gonna add more contracts if it confirms. I still doubt it, because I would have liked the open to be higher than we are right now. So what I believe at the open, what's gonna happen, we're gonna come back here inside this fair value gap, and then we're gonna go higher. Yeah, it is what it is. We tried it. I don't like my entry. The reason why I tried it in the first place is because we're trading off this inversion fair value gaps. Therefore, they're going to be a bit shadier to be used, like this one, and then you have this one. So, and this is a breaker right now, so that's why the resistance of it. Let's see, let's see. Three highs are being formed. Another reason for us to be short instead of being long. On a small time frame, I mean, not on a higher time frame. Usually have corrections when you see like this. 1, 2, 3 highs being formed. Do I have any stats? Highest high of the week is formed most probably on Fridays and Thursdays. Therefore, there is a chance we might have not seen the high of this week because for the past 3 months, it never happened on Monday and Tuesday, which is an amazing statistic to begin with. So right now I know that for the past 3 months, we never had the high of the week being formed on Monday or Tuesday, which was yesterday and the day before that, right? There is a 23% chance we're gonna be having it formed on Wednesday. So sorry, I was thinking about a lot of things. My English is poorly. So therefore, we have a 23% chance today we're gonna have the high of the week. 38% chances tomorrow and 38% on Friday. They are split basically. Yeah, exactly. And the lowest low of the week for the past 3 months has been formed the most on Mondays, which was yesterday. Refreshing, because this is the low of the week, and we want to keep it that way. What else? Yeah, and on Wednesdays, 23%. So we have more confidence. We have more reasons on why our move should work. I would like to, I would like to take this high again right now before the open, if that's possible. 347, I mean. Yeah, let me see if I can show you the screen of the stats. Yep. So yeah, on the left with blue, you can see the highest high of the week, and on the right, you can see the lowest low of the week. Very interesting that only during these 3 days we had the highest high of the week formed for the past 3 months on Nasdaq. Let me see on ES. Should be the same. A bit different. On ES we had a bit on Monday, and yeah, bit of division. Yeah. Very interesting, this tool. It even tells you here is like you have Monday and Monday. Basically, it tells where you at for the week. Oh, yeah, very interesting. We have news at 10 o'clock. That's about it. We're gonna open. I don't like this candle. It's gonna take my stop loss, even though I have not changed my bias. We're still respecting this inversion fair value gap in the midnight open. We see a lot of volatility incoming. We came back down inside this inversion fair value gap. We're going higher. Hopefully. Yes. 1 minute until the open. I'm not gonna add now. I'm gonna add after the open once we take 347 and we close above that. I'll feel more. Plus, I can move the stop loss afterwards. One minute. Hmm. This open feels better than it looks. Let's see how we're gonna open. Okay, we open higher. So we took the high, but that's not enough. We need to close above that, otherwise we're gonna be stopped out. So we're gonna have to reassess. Okay, we took that low. We're inside of 5 minute and 1 hour for val gap. We have relatively good lows there. Oh, aggressive bearish open. This is the first presentation for value gap. Let's see if he's gonna send the price lower. We have also 15 minutes fair value gap here. If he wants to do that, I can understand. Forming more liquidity for tomorrow, that can happen. Looks like a good short, but I don't want to try it. If it's gonna happen, so be it. You short the middle of this in first presentation for value gap and you place your stop here in order to attack and maybe go to this 255. That is very probable. Even though my bias is bullish, so due to those reasons, I'm gonna have to wait. If my bias would be neutral or bearish out of trade, it's a more risky type of trade because you don't have a lot of juice, but you're risking 20 points or 30 points for 40, 45. So let's see if we're gonna have that kind of day as we had yesterday, a large, a big range type of day. Sometimes the day following is gonna be like a small range. Let's see. ES is being bullish. I like that. If ES is gonna take its high, it's kind of clear what we're gonna deal with here. We're gonna have to be patient. I would not like to be 2 hours in a trade if I would have to choose. So sorry, I'm not sharing the same sentiment. I don't want this to be an inversion fair value gap. I would like to be a reclaimed fair value gap, meaning supporting the price. This one too. And the rest, we don't need them for now. Actually, let's wait. I'll use all these fair value gaps of support if the price is going higher and we don't have any entries. I don't think I understand everything you're saying, Nero, but yeah, it looks like we cleared these relative equal lows and we're setting for higher prices. ES is it's having already an SMT of its own. So ES is more bullish, which is better for us. We're gonna wait for Nasdaq to offer us some point of entry. I'm curious what Dow is doing. Yep, Dow wants to attack relative equal highs. Do we have good fair value gaps for Dow? I never traded Dow. I can tell you that much. Like ever. I tried at the beginning, but I never really traded it. I don't want to try any experiments today, I'll be honest. Meanwhile, Nasdaq is so bearish. Yeah, I'm not gonna play with it. Uh yeah, that was a good buy. I was just checking right now for the micros. Maybe I can place a position, but I'm too late. Yeah, and ES as well is going higher. So the 60 step today is Nasdaq for sure. Let's see how everything is gonna play out. There are different companies that are listed in these indices, so it is very possible. The underlying assets are different, so It's earnings season right now. If some companies that are listed under DAO um, will perform better. So yeah, if you have some bad news in the tech space, that's what's gonna happen. They are usually correlated, but you're gonna have days like this. Gonna have days like this. Let me show you something interesting. What if I buy this for value gap right now? How is that gonna be $20? And if we want to go attack at a relative equal highs, $80. Okay, I'll try this one. Let's play a bit. It's just one contract. I never traded DAO, but sometimes I notice I have some parabolics that I'm missing because I'm focused only on Nasdaq. So I'll try it. Yeah, I'm not interested in shorting this fair value gap, only if we're gonna continue being this bearish. That's fine. I highlighted that this would be a nice short, and yeah. We're attacking the low of yesterday. That's a bit concerning. Funny enough, we're winning on Dow. So there's that. Some very big candles here. Oh, yeah, I can see that. Meanwhile, Dow is just trying to reach higher. Looks like a big sell-off. This is a fair value gap. In order to attack that low, that's gonna happen. Let's put 3 of them to attack basically Monday's low. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I mean, coming back to our fair value gap. Nope. Then it's too late. Funny enough, we're still in profit with Dow. So regarding our Dow position, it looks good. Meanwhile, Nasdaq is selling off. It was a 945 here. I don't like shorting when I have two fair value gaps. The only one I should have considered was this one. Meanwhile, I had ES doing something else. So I mean, yes, I mentioned it. That's an idea for a short, but my narrative for today was bullish. So I think I can do at the moment. I'm not just going to short and be hopeful about it. Looks like a pretty big sell-off. Maybe coming back inside this daily CB. I don't have any fair value gaps along the way to short. I tried to short this one, it didn't work. I cannot chase it. I really cannot chase it. It's running without me today, so be it. No fair value gaps to short on ES. It's one of those days. Was completely off. Got stopped out on Dow as well. At those $20. Looks like a pretty big sell-off. So I'm not bullish anymore. Something has been released, or Powell said something. This is some kind of news manipulation. It's not just any market sell-off. 2317 would be the next target. But that would be, and we have relatively cool lows, but that would change the narrative on a daily basis as well. We're going to become bearish. Mm. We're inside a daily CB, so let's see how that's gonna continue. It's a big sell-off, so I don't believe we can be bullish after this. Let's see. Maybe we took this low. Yeah, we did. We have a fair value gap here. Pretty big sell-off though. We're gonna take this low for sure. Now we're gonna see if this can be used as a breaker or we just need to be bearish for the rest of the day. I highly doubt we can cover all this loss. I highly doubt it. Let's see if we have breakdowns today. Mm-mm-mm. I'm not comfortable buying unless we take that low, and I'm not comfortable of shorting if we take the low. We either come back up inside those two fair value gaps and we try a short, or we take the low, we trade inside these ones and we treat them as inversion fair value gaps. The only trade would have been for you to short this fair value gap, but you still have this one open, so let's wait. Yeah, we're in the daily, that I know as well. That's why you have this line here, the red line saying daily BC. Now let's see if we're gonna have continuation after this low or we're gonna reverse the price a bit. This might have been the range of the day, but yeah. Now we're in this daily, but if we take this low, we're gonna have to become bearish. I highly doubt we can make a green candle out of this one, I'll be honest now. Uh-uh, uh-uh, uh-uh. Let's wait, maybe we get a chance. Right now there's nothing we can do. Ten o'clock didn't really offer us anything, no? We had it at 9:59, 10:59, yeah. We had news here, but how can you tell? We already have volatility in the markets. We are too low to short. We need a bounce or something. Obviously, it can be one of those days that you just short it and it's going to go in your favor, but that's not going to work every day now, is it? That's not good risk management. We're going to wait for our opportunity. Curious about the Asian range. Yeah, we took the fourth standard deviation, which is very interesting to me. But it's the first time we're having this kind of sell-off in a long time. So with that being said, I don't feel as comfortable shorting. I checked the news. I don't see anything extraordinary, like huge conflict, right? Yeah, I don't see anything extremely bad on the news. Let's see if we can encourage some longs. Maybe trading back here inside this fair value gap or this 5 minute. We can still be short afterwards, but I mean some type of like correction to the upside. Let's try. This is a breaker. I know this is a bearish fair value gap into a 5 minute one, but we have a lot of volatility going on and we're basically placing a position against the trend. Therefore, I'm going to use minimum one contract. The minimum one contract, and I'm going to add if we see our move confirmed. Right now, I can just very easily come back on us. Yes, we have SMT with ES as well. I forgot to mention. I have it on my other screen. I took it into consideration. Now, if the move to the upside confirms, we're gonna have for sure another fair value gap or another point of entry. So I'm not gonna stress out on adding right now. I'm gonna add once we trade above this candle. Once we close above 209. How much is it until here? 170. And the first presentation with this fair value gap here. I like that as well. Coming back into the range, or at least coming back to 279. Yep. Highly optimistic, but maybe it's that kind of day where we're gonna have big swings. Nothing confirmed yet. We're gonna have to be patient on this one. We have a breaker, yes, but the price can flip at any time. The slower it goes to the upside, the more it confirms is gonna happen. Uh, but at any time, because you're trading into CBs, at any time you can just have a red candle that is gonna send you backwards. So let's just be patient with this one. Moving to break even. I want this 5 minute to be a breakaway gap, and right now I want for this to present support. Yeah, we're still in a 5 minute CB, 15 minute as well. So short can be an option. You short it here and place your stop loss at 210. Highly probable. Mm. We have a 15 minute CB. Let's allow this fair value gap to present some support. It's only $20. I don't mind trying, but it's just a difficult day for us because we had the wrong bias. So now it's very difficult to recover from like trying to have the same type of move. That's a fair value gap. Was just touched. Might be enough to send us lower. We're training inside this 5 minute PC. And while we have this 1 minute fair value gap inside two inversion fair value gaps. Confusing. Trend is bearish. Yeah, I wouldn't like right now to use this fair value gap as a short because this is taking a bit too long. Like you would want a quick snappy reaction. Right now we respected this 5 minute piece. We took the low. 65, 50, 65. Yeah, we took it. So and also this 5 minute closing green is gonna be interesting to see. That's gonna happen. Yeah, I believe we're gonna be stopped out now. Might revisit the lows. It's important for this PC to hold support, otherwise we have breaker, so maybe my stop loss should have been at 126. But I'm not in the mood of playing with a bearish market, me trying to go long. Yeah, true. This 1 minute. You cannot see it on micro, but that's true. Grab some water, maybe. Do whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm in a long position. I'm gonna stick to my guns for the moment. I like how this looks now. If we come back down, we touch this as a fair value gap and then we move higher. I'm gonna add another one at least. Worst case scenario, we're just gonna be stopped out at break even, or we're just gonna win $230, which is fine considering the day we had. I would like to take this candle's high, which is 209.50. Let's see the summary. So we're at break even right now, which is good. Ivan, did you short it? Very good. Probably regret you're not long right now. I would like this to be a breakaway gap. Let's move to break even. Last commissions. No, as I said, not filled. I don't want it filled. It's a breakaway gap for a reason. This would be the first target. Mm. This didn't happen on a mini. It's not a good sign. Let's add one more and we move that break even. I'll be back in 1 second. Coming back here with cancel our wedding plans into this breakaway gap. That was the whole intention for us to have a breakaway gap. That's not gonna happen. This move is not gonna happen either. We have this 5 minute that can be easily filled. We had the retracement of the first hour of trading of 50%. So right now we're either gonna continue to the upside or we're gonna attack the lows again. It's that 50-50 type of situations. Sorry. So we're gonna just have to wait for the price to print itself. But it's highly probable for us to see the lows, or at least to revisit this fair value gap, which is not something that I want. On E-mini, I wanted for this fair value gap to hold the price and support it higher. If that's not gonna happen, that's cool. We tried our shot adding here and basically attacking this and that. Now we're touching order block, inversion fair value gap on the 5 minute and 5 minute fair value gap. So a lot of reasons for the price to go higher. Uh, yeah, nothing much is happening, so we're just gonna have to be patient about this move. It's nice to see this inversion fair value gap is supporting the price. This is a breaker as well. Positive reaction. Let's see how big the candles are gonna be. If we're gonna see big candles, big displacement, I'm not gonna take a partial here, but if we see it trying to reach inside this fair value gap, I'll take one off. Yes, I think it would be a good idea because you have a breaker, you have inversion fair value gap, you have a 5-minute fair value gap. It's just, yeah, it depends how much you want to risk it. Right now, I would not feel comfortable with myself to add and end up with a loss because I had already a loss. So I will take a break-even trade. So it depends what you're comfortable with, how many losses you had today. If you had losses today, I advise you to be patient and move your stop loss to break even if your entry is at least similar to mine. But yeah. We're going into 11 o'clock. So things are changing now. We're in the middle of the range of today's trading session. We're gonna have a CB, this big one. So chances of us reaching higher are diminishing. Very important how we're gonna trade the next 15 minutes. If we see a lot of speed, we might reach our ultimatum. So right now, any spike higher can be just a reach for liquidity in order to use this fair value gap. High, low, higher, high, lower, low. It's a breaker. So yeah. We just took this low on the 4-hour. Yeah, not easy. Not an easy market to trade, that's for sure. The trading side is busy. I don't believe that's gonna hold. Let's see. I don't want to make any speculations. No pun intended. For day traders. But yeah, we need to take this high regardless, even if we want to see lower prices. Basically, we need to trade inside this CB. I don't believe we're gonna come all the way back up. I'm just saying my new target right now, I might move my whole position if that's gonna happen 244 would be my ultimate target. Let's see what 11 o'clock is going to bring us. So far, we have power of 3. We move to the downside. Now let's see the extension to the upside, if it's going to happen, and how long, how much, how big is that going to be. This is a long weighted trade, but I'm comfortable waiting on longs more than I'm comfortable waiting for shorts, due to the fact that on shorts you have panic, you have reaction. That's happening very fast, as you can see how fast this sell-off was. Now on longs you have a lot of accumulation and then distribution, so it's happening faster when it comes to shorts. Even my shorts are on a duration basis are they take less than longs statistically. I have journaled this as well. Boring though. Right now. Did you add it, Ivan? Okay, okay. Like this bullishness. Oh, so your fill is not quite good if you cannot even move it to break even. Okay. Ah, fair enough. Ah, because you don't average. I know what you mean. Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't average up. Interesting setup. Trade it back inside this fair value gap with less relative equal highs. Mm-mm-mm. This takes a while. This can be a point of adding and move stop loss to 197. Let's see. I never like trading 11 o'clock or lunch. So I'm not gonna add. I will just take a screenshot. It's an interesting idea. Mm-mm. Very interesting the fact that this CB has not been touched. We didn't take the high of 10 o'clock's candle. So keeping my eye on that. If we stop out, I'm just gonna end the stream and take the loss today. Small loss. But a lot of lessons to be learned. Take care. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. I'm gonna stream for the rest of the week. But Friday. On Friday, I'm going on a city break. Take care. Peace. I like the fact that we came back, we took this liquidity, and we're moving back up. Now let's see how we're gonna trade off of this fair value gap. Very important. Ciao. I like this bullishness. Well, I'm not saying much to be honest, but hello, welcome to the chat. Mm, So we might be stopped out, and we can still go to the upside. Intention was for this fair value gap to not be touched, but we can still come back to this one and move higher. On the 1 hour, we still haven't taken the previous hour's high, so for that reason, I'm still bullish as long as we're trading inside this gap. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as this 5 minute is gonna hold the price, we're still bullish. Now let's see. I added a bit late, so my intention was to have this 1 minute fair value gap unfilled. If I do this, yeah, I don't like my chances. So now going into 12 o'clock, I don't wanna change my stop loss, and it's like we've been in this trade since 10 o'clock. It's 1 hour 25. If it's not going our way, it's not. Therefore, I move my stop loss and break even. Tomorrow is another day. The markets don't close. And if that's gonna happen, we have more serious problems to consider and take into consideration, which is the same thing, and I didn't realize. But yeah, we have bigger problems if the stock market is not gonna be open tomorrow. We're gonna have to find food and shelter. To be honest, I don't believe capitalism failed us, but that's very subjective. So I don't know. I'm not gonna get into politics and stuff like this, but democracy is flawed because of people, and that's the paradox of it. It's the best form of government, but we as humans are flawed, so that's never gonna work out unless we change something about ourselves. And yeah, we have all this technology, and we enjoy the finer things in life just by going to the supermarket and buying one of the 20 beers just due to this. Yeah, yeah. There's nothing you can do. Like, if you read history books, if you're into non-fiction, I don't read fiction at all, to be honest. Only Bukowski. And Hemingway, I tried the book, but not much. And Dostoevsky, which is very heavy and complicated. But mostly I read non-fiction, and the history says it. It's repeating itself. There are cycles. We do some bad, we make boo-boo, we try to fix ourselves like it was World War II. We had this flourishing era of 100 years, 70 years. Yeah, it's 80 years now. I believe we're gonna have another bad cycle coming up. There was that quote: hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. And soft men create hard times. That's it. That's all there is. I really believe we're gonna be stopped out. We're gonna trade inside this survival gap and then we're gonna go higher. I'm just not gonna be witnessing it. We have relative equal highs. We have all this liquidity up here, all these shorts from the morning. I still believe we're gonna go high here. Might happen in the PM session. Therefore, yeah, I've tried longing pre-market, and then we got hit in the face on the first candle. No, actually, we got stopped out at 927, and then we longed this fair value gap here, and we added, but that's about it. In theory, what I should have done was add some size here and basically get out after this high was taken here. Kind of that should have been the best plan. And basically you would have 60 points of profit. But because we had so much volatility and the fact that I decided to trade only one micro put me in a position that I have to wait for my trade. Well, to be honest, it's a bit late right now. Like right now, I would not advise entering any trades because we're heading into lunch and this fair value gap is not filled. So two things can happen. Right now, we just go higher, which I doubt it. Or the most likely scenario, we trade back into this fair value gap and we move higher. But there is also a very big chance that we're just gonna turn bearish for the rest of the day and take the low of 108. Like that can happen too. So right now, placing trades, I don't think it's a good idea. Like if you wanna try a trade with low risk, buy ES because we have traded inside this fair value gap. Buy it now. Place your stop loss at 330 and 25 and basically try to ride it out because you have relative equal highs, which is noticeable there. But yeah, I would use the low. Don't use the low of the fair value gap. Use the low because today is a bit shady. Yes, looks more bullish. Higher highs, higher lows. So it looks like it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. So yeah, buying here and holding would be better than Nasdaq. Oh, oh, oh. I'm so bored. I feel like taking a pistachio and eating. Not gonna lie. Be right back. Back. Oh, back to good news. Grab me some nuts. Would be ideal for this fair value gap to hold. Otherwise, we can cancel our wedding plans. Yep. I don't believe this is gonna hold, to be honest. But I don't mind if it's gonna prove me wrong. Reading inside this inversion for value gap on the 15 minute. Um, Motivates me to take a partial inside this CB. Yeah, boring price action, but we're profitable, so we're in a winning position, is what I mean. I'm thinking of turning off the stream and just let the trade happen. I don't like. There's no point to oversee it. I don't want to add anymore, and yeah, I can revisit after lunch break at 1 o'clock, basically. Yeah, and that's not a problem. I think fairly we had a good day. Like we had the wrong bias. We didn't lose too much. Right now we are still in a winning position. Uh, I didn't lose my patience. I was very in touch with my emotions. I didn't even consider shorting this, trying to chase it, even though at any point I could have just shorted and be very profitable. But I'm bullish on a daily. If we're gonna have sometimes corrections like this, I might miss them. I was mentioning to the chat that maybe we should have shorted at 940. I didn't, but I mentioned it. I noticed that can be a possibility. But at the end of the day, I still believe we had a good day. Like, I think I'm progressing in a lot of ways. I'm in control of my emotions and I let the market do what it does. If I can catch a move, so be it. If not, it matters a lot that I scale down in size a lot, like by a lot, by a factor of 3. So I'm more comfortable with having 1, 2 losses and then regrouping and thinking what's gonna happen. Or if I'm just gonna have 2 losses, they're not gonna be so big that I'll be tilted. Like if I lose $200 in a day, it's fine. My account is 10,000. So yeah, I'm happy. If even if we get stopped out, I'm happy. Plus, I'm cutting down on my trades. I had a losing trade and this trade. So whatever happens. And we had amazing entry. Our initial entry was here. And then when we add it a bit high. That's why our average is here. But yeah, markets have been consolidating and they've been very difficult to trade. So I'm gonna pat myself on the back for being here, being profitable almost every day. For the past 2 weeks, we didn't have any red days. This is the first one, most probably. And it's a very small red day, so I'm happy. I will take it. This is a fair value gap right now. This can be a good short in order to revisit the lows. Not going to take it because I'm in a long position, but I acknowledge we have a fair value gap. If it's gonna hold, I don't know. Plus, I'm trading two accounts at the same time. I'm struggling to find a way to copy trade them. With AMP, it's difficult to copy trade. So, yeah, if you have any ideas on CGQ data feed, if you can copy trade. I have meta traded as well. I'm trying something, but it's going to be difficult for me to stream because if I trade on MetaTrader, I cannot use TradingView, which I love. So you always have to sacrifice something. To be honest, I like our chances going into 12 o'clock right now because from 11:50, I think we're going to have some green candles, some speed to the upside. So I don't hate my chances. Do I dislike the fact that we have relatively good lows with an unfilled fair value gap? Yeah. But at the same time, we're consolidating and slightly moving higher, moving higher, moving higher. But yeah. That ES trade that I just offered earlier is still in the green. Yes, baby, yes. Show us some speed into lunch. Come on. What would I like to see? 279. That's my target. Fair value gap on the 15-minute and 5-minute. It's a big order block as well. So passing through that is gonna need some speed of its own. But yeah, I think that's all for today. I don't believe I can provide more knowledge. If anyone is interested, you can check my latest video. I really posted a nice trading model. And I'm using Edgeful. I'm not affiliated, so it's just a free advice if you want to use it, if you want to use statistics in order to trade futures or Forex. Mm-hmm. But yeah, nothing much. What can I explain like you're some fifth graders? About what? About the trade that I'm in, or you have other questions? We keep on leaving these relative equal highs, which is something that I like. Let's look. Yeah, we took the fourth standard deviation of the Asian range. This is one concept that I'm really happy that I discovered lately. I've been adding a lot of tools to my trading, I'll be honest, and it has changed drastically. It has changed the frequency of my trade, like the number of my trades. I used to be chasing more, but now I was very comfortable waiting for a reversal after we took the fourth standard deviation, thinking like we are in extreme sell-off, therefore we're gonna need a rebound, and that happened. Now let's look at the opening range breakout. 9:30 to 10:30. This is the opening range breakout. And we didn't break down. So my intention is to attack actually this high today. The other chance is for us to attack the low. Now, statistically wise, let's check. Let me share my screen. So for the first hour, it says it's a breakdown, but we didn't break down because this is the low, this is the high. Breaking down means we're gonna take this low. Breaking out means we're gonna take this high. Right now we're in the middle of the range, more like 70% to the downside. Let's check. No, 50%. We just touched the half of this range. So right now, for the past 3 months on Nasdaq, we had 20% of breakdowns, 44% breakouts, 32% double breaks, and we had 3% of no breaks. So right now I'm basing on the fact that we're gonna have a breakout, which is in our favor, statistically speaking. We have 44% as you can see on the left. So yeah, let's see if that's gonna happen. But this is taking a while, so I think I'm done for the day. I've been saying that for the past 20 minutes, but there's not much else I can do. You can check my latest video. You can like, share, subscribe, and yeah, feel free to come back. We're doing this every day. The only exception is going to be next Friday. I'm going on a city break. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow or next time. Peace.